feels like Michael is here. I think I'm waiting for Michael to walk on the red carpet soon. That's what it feels like. It's epic. I think Berlin, you guys outdid yourself with this. Shout out to Universal. Y'all did amazing how everything just came together.
Bringing his legacy into the film, man, was, to tell you the truth, it was pretty easy because he's so iconic. It was very, he thought everything through. His music, the writing, the way he danced, the two specific songs, like, for example, Billie Jean. You know, that was, he literally sat down and thought about how to start, how to begin the second part and how to end it. Like, everything was thoughtful.
That's right.
He put a lot of thought and thinking behind it. So, that's why I feel like a lot of his moments are so iconic and timeless, and it spans generations. You know, so, you know, I think it was easy for us to understand, you know, how to sort of like structure it for the film, because all that Graham King did was, these are the songs that we're going to tell the story with, and he gave us a playground to go play.
That's right.
And having Jafar, you know, obviously we needed somebody to anchor the film, and Jafar he was born for this.
Yes, he was. Big time.
For this. So, you know, shout outs to Jafar, his work ethic, his attention to detail.
Dedication.
There's a lot of detail and dedication, because it takes a specific person to pull this off, and there was only one person.
And his DNA.
Yeah. You know, the Jackson family DNA is
excellence.
Yes.
Oh man, the training. You know, I got to say, before we even started shooting, we were training for about a good year or two. It was really specific. Tone and I really had to put together a plan on how to attack it, because this is the thing about Michael Jackson, right? He has about 4 decades of dance in his body, right? And this is something that we had to, and it's 4 different decades, a little bit of the 60s, plenty of the 70s, all of the 80s, and you know, he sort of created also his style within all this, right? And going into the 90s. To be able to break that down into Jafar's body, we had the help of bringing on Sugar Pop, right? Our brother Sugar Pop, and Paul Kirkland, who we did some technique with him, right? Some ballet training here and there, posture, so on and so forth. And then Sugar Pop brought in the 70s disco era, trendy dances.
Dances of the 70s.
And so, like, so we had to make sure that by the time he got to us, is that he had context. Like, when we do dances, it's not too foreign on his body when he picks it up, if that makes sense. Because, you know, he was, I want to say he was born in the 90s, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, you know, he missed all that stuff that we grew up on. You know what I mean? Mashed potato, the James Brown, although we weren't around that era. But, you know, and that was another thing, too, is that James Brown was a big influence on Michael Jackson, right? So we had to make sure we infuse some of the Godfather of soul, you know, into the whole thing. And anyways, long story short, that's what we did. That was our training. Go get up and dance, baby.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be nostalgic for some.
That's right.
I think for a younger generation, I think it's going to be more of a wow moment.
That's right.
And how I did not know this guy did all this.
That's right.
And accomplished all that within this span of time. And I just feel like, for, you know, like the rest of the world is going to feel the same thing. And just celebrate what this man did, you know, on another level, man. It's like, you know, from his, not only his iconic performances and his music, but also his philanthropy work too as well.
That's right.
You know, you're about to see it all, and it's all mashed in, weaved into this beautiful film. And we just feel very lucky to share it with everybody.
It feels so genuine, and I'm so glad, because, you know, this film is for us, meaning the fans. You know, we're Rich and Tone, yeah, we're choreographers of the movie, but before all of that happened, we were fans growing up to his music too, and we danced his dances. You know what I mean? So, like, I think this is a love letter to the fans that supported him throughout, and I hope that it does the justice of what we all wanted to do.